160 days since the 5th of August 2019, you had to spend under PSA in confinement. What was that period like for you?
Look, initially there was an element of shock and abruptness. It all of a sudden came. But then you get used to it. I have seen worse jails. I have seen jails in 1990, which in fact I recounted to in that all-party meeting. Although I shouldn't be talking about it. That's a matter of propriety, what happened there. But I have seen much worse jails. This was relatively a very, very comfortable jail, very comfortable. It was an internment. And first I reduced my weight by good 20-25 kgs. But apart from that, yes, there was a thinking. And as I told you while we were talking, there were things. Look, I will tell you, as a Kashmiri, I will always have very serious reservations on about what happened on August 5, right? But I do also understand that they are in power. They've been given a majority by the people of India, and they have done something when they have a majority. I will disagree with them, but then that is what majority is. But apart from that, what we used to discuss, there were a lot of political leaders and discuss. Yes, one thing I did come out with is that why is it that 135 crore people are not with us at this time of need? And I used to tell this to my fellow leaders, कि कहीं न कहीं हमसे भी गलती हुई है. There are a lot of misunderstandings about us, and when we come out, we have to clear it, because our greatest asset will always be these 135 crore people. And that's why when you see me coming out, this is the new Sajjad, with one realization, that if you want to do politics, if you want to fight for the rights of people of J&K, you have to be one with those 135 crore people. Otherwise, you are in a minority. You will be, as you said, majoritarian democracy, you will be, outnumbered. So that is one thing, is that we really have to reach out. And there is a lot of misconception about us. There's a lot of misunderstanding about us. And I'm sure part of it, we have asked for it. Maybe we have, our utterances were not right. Maybe our deeds were right. Maybe our intentions were right. Maybe our words were not right. Or maybe our deeds in some cases were not right. That's one thing which I have come out with. A realization that we need to mend our fences, we need to reach out and have flawless communication with the people of India. They will always be our greatest asset. If anybody is looking at anything else, I think he or she is delusional.
Once in 2014, you had spoken about the Prime Minister, and you had personally met the Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, during the Kashmir floods, and you said it was like two brothers talking to each other. ये फासले कुछ बढ़ गए हैं, मायूसी कुछ ज़्यादा हो गई है. आप कह रहे हैं 135 करोड़ लोग आपके साथ हों, वही आपकी स्ट्रेंथ बन सकते हैं. लेकिन कुछ दीवारें आपने खड़ी कर दी हैं, कुछ दुनिया ने खड़ी कर दी हैं. ऐसा कभी एहसास होता है?
Yeah, certainly, yes, बिल्कुल सही है. I agree with you on this, yes. ऐसा नहीं है कि हम दूध के धुले, हमसे भी गलतियां हो गई. There must be some mistakes. How is it possible that we are flawless, we can't make any mistakes? We have to start with this premise that yes, we have made mistakes. And as far as, the Prime Minister, he did invite her. And I think it was a wonderful gesture of inviting everybody. And this is the beauty of democracy. This government had to order our internment just 2 years back. And this is, as I say, the beauty of democracy. And today, the Honorable Prime Minister, the Honorable Home Minister, the LG, they were all sitting across with these same set of leaders. I just hope and pray that it moves on. Our learning curves are very painful, but let's hope that something good comes out of it. As I told you, I have faith that eventually the people of our country, the people of India, will eventually understand our pain, and will understand their misgivings, hopefully, that where they are worried, where they are scared, and then, something comes up. But Navika, I would very humbly suggest, you are one of the top anchors today in the country. You have a huge subscriber base. People watch your programs. Is that statehood, as you said, has been promised. But promises without timelines, they don't mean a lot. There has to be a timeline. We are the fountainhead of democracy, one of the biggest democracies in the world. You cannot have a province being run by bureaucrats. You cannot. Because if it's a good model, then it should be replicated across the country. If it's a bad model, then why have this bad model here? Bureaucrats have not been, not against bureaucrats, but a blend of bureaucracy, a blend of bureaucratic rule, a blend of bureaucracy and democratic rule and people's mandate is what we are seeing with flourishing India and flourishing democracies across the world. So you have to apply the same model in Kashmir. Nahi chalega ye jo people-less administration. You might see short-term results. They are fiery gains, or gains, they are mirages, right? They're not chimerical, it's a chimera that probably I have a gain which actually may not exist, and may do more, don't go for short-term gain, long-term pain. This is, and the pain would have to be borne more by the inhabitants here. So I really would think that there has to be a time-bound promise that yes, we will deliver it. And as I told you, I'll repeat it ad nauseum. It is our right by virtue of being citizens of this country. It cannot be a matter of charity. It cannot be.